In January 2026, I started investing in the stock market. Let me show you what my portfolio currently looks like. Let me just show you that quickly. So, look at it. Look at that. Right? This is my stockbroker, and then I got some stocks. Right? If I scroll down, you would see some of the stocks I've gotten and all of that. All right? I'm still working on my portfolio though, but then I just wanted to show you what my portfolio value looks right now. And then in this value, the profit I've made is I think it's way over 200, right? Over 200,000 naira. And you need to understand that I started investing for the very first time around, it was in December 28th, 2025. That was last year. That was when I bought my first shares. It was MTN, right? I'm going to find it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the. Okay, it was December 31st. So let me just show you. I bought 100 shares. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but I bought 100 shares at 512.9 naira, right, per share. Currently, MTN is like about 900 and I think 912, right? I think that's the current price of MTN shares. But then I got 100 shares at 512 naira per share. And on December, let me just show you that in case you missed that. Look at that. Look at the dates. I, I don't know why it's not clear, but that's December 31st, 2025, right? And this singular decision was what would eventually introduce me properly into the stock market. You see, the first time I ever showed interest in investing in the stock market was 2023. I had just turned 19. I turned 19 that year. And so I was interested learning about stocks. I was interested in learning about stocks. I was already earning money consistently, right? Earning like about 100K averagely, like in a month, every month, right? Per month I was earning like 100K averagely. And I was 19. I didn't have responsibility as much because my parents were taking care of me, and then my school fees, accommodation, literally everything was on them. So this money I was earning was basically for myself, right? And getting stuffs. Now I am not the kind of person that spend money a lot. I am not a spender. I'm someone that I invest in myself. I buy courses. I invest in getting resources that definitely will help me grow. This is something I've been doing for years. So I'm not that kind of person that would earn money and then spend it on frivolities and spend it anyhow and spend it on clothes. And in fact, it was this year, 2026, that I started really spending on my wares, right? It wasn't, I think, until last month that I actually spent a lot of money, like a reasonable amount of money on my clothes, right? Because I realized that I have a lot of clothes that I've been wearing that were from it looked like many years ago. So I mean, I need to look presentable, and it wasn't until this year, basically, right? So I'm not that kind of person that spends on clothes and all of that. So I had like a lot of money, right? And then if I had started investing as at that time, I definitely would have grown further than I've grown right now, especially in investment, right? Because the interesting thing about investment is compounding. Now, imagine, just think about it. MTN was 512.9 as at the first time I got my first share, like got 100 shares of MTN for like 512.9 naira per share. This was in December 31st, 2025, right? Now imagine what MTN would the price per share of MTN in 2023. Maybe it was, I think I can actually confirm from here, right? All I have to do is just to trace the the chart, right? In 2023, they would most likely be like around, okay. Okay, now I'm seeing it, and then in 2023, they were around 275. Let me show you. Look at that. This is as at August 20, 2023. They were at 275 naira. Now imagine buying MTN since then, right? Imagine buying MTN for 275 naira in 2023. Imagine how much growth that would have, um my stocks, imagine how much growth I would have experienced in the stock market, because now MTN, one share of MTN is like almost 1,000 naira. Can you imagine that, right? So if you're a young person, one thing I would encourage you to do, if you're a young person and then you are earning money, right? Because your first focus, your first priority should be earning money. It is your earning power that will determine how much you can invest, that will determine how consistent you can be able to invest. So one thing I would encourage, because personally, if I know what I know now in 2023, I would be in a better place. I would start building weight earlier, right? Because as at then, I was interested in the stock market. I'd learned that that was one way to build wealth. I was 19. So I registered for a particular class on investment, right? Stock investment. The class was 10,000 naira. And when I registered, I didn't really pay attention because I didn't really follow through, right? I just joined some of the sessions, and then it was a virtual class. And so I joined some of the sessions, and it was confusing, right? Because I didn't understand what it was, because I didn't follow the classes carefully, right? And that's because I did not know, I did not, I didn't, I didn't see the value. I didn't see much value in what I was about to learn. Now, don't get me wrong, there's no way I will register for a class that I don't see value in, but then I didn't see value enough to compel me to attend all of the sessions. Maybe I would have taken it more seriously, right? But now in 2026, I'm learning better, I'm experiencing better. Then I tried investing, but then it just felt confusing. And then, many times when we are confused about something, we would rather escape it. We rather try to escape and avoid it instead of trying to figure out how to solve that problem. Instead of focusing on getting clarity, many times you just tend to run away and all of that. And that is one thing that I wish I did better. I mean, now I know better. And in between January and now, my stock portfolio has grown from zero to like over 1 million, right? In just 4 months. Now imagine how much I will grow in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, because I am investing for the long term. If you are a young person between the ages of 16 and 25, or even if you are more than that age, it doesn't matter. I would encourage you to start investing in the stock market. Not only in the stock market, start investing in assets, basically. Right, stocks is just one of the things you can invest in, but then you can just start with stocks, right? In case you are not clear about the others, right? Invest in the stock market, invest in stocks, right? If you are earning consistently, right? If you are not earning consistently, your focus should be on increasing your earning power, getting a job, right? Putting yourself out there, uh, um positioning for clients. Basically, that should be your focus. Your focus should be getting more clients. But then as soon as you are earning consistently, or if you are earning consistently, I would encourage you to prioritize investment in stocks. You don't need to start big. In fact, it doesn't matter how much you are earning. You can just have like a specific percent of whatever you are earning that will be going into it. If you're earning 100,000, for example, now it might just be 10,000 naira per month, right? So as soon as you receive your 100,000 naira, you can just put 10,000 naira into stocks. The beauty is in the compounding effect. It's not only in the amount you are able to pump in, right? So as it gradually compounds, you are gradually building wealth. I just hope this video helps you. If you want to see more of these videos from me, ensure that you subscribe to this channel or follow me, depending on wherever you are watching this video from. I'm going to eventually keep taking you on my investment journey, and then I'm going to ensure that I make more videos like this, and I'm sure you would want to not miss them, right? I'm going to see you in the next video.